All right, welcome everyone. We are live for another episode of Daily Rates Live. Just getting started back up. We'll give everybody a few minutes to get connected, and then we'll get into our show for today. So it is October 27th, just after 12 p.m. Eastern here. So all of our standard rate programs are live with new rate sheets. So today we'll go over a few of our standard rate options and some of our standard programs, and then we'll go into some specific examples for FHA loans. If you have any questions, you can feel free to drop them in the comments there. We can see those live. I'll try to get to them at the end. And we will get started here in just a few minutes. And rates are looking very strong. We're at almost 1 year lows today. Definitely some welcoming news for everybody out there. Recently, a little bit of volatility, but in general, we're definitely looking better than we have in a long time. All right, so it looks like we're about live on all the different platforms here, so we can go ahead and get started. So thanks everybody for joining us. My name is Nick Hershey. I'm the president of the Mortgage Calculator. We are a lender that specializes in obviously all kinds of different loans. Today we're going to talk about FHA loans, but we have non-QM loans, commercial loans, fix and flip loans, all kinds of different loan products that we offer, and we'll go over a few specific examples for today. So let me go ahead and switch my screen up here, and we'll actually check out today's live rates. Now that it is just after noon Eastern, all of our standard programs should be live here. All right. So first up here, always our standard programs are 30-year fixed conventional primary. We're using here for all of our examples. Oops, sorry, accidentally clicked into it. We're using here for all of our examples, $500,000 purchase price, $300,000 loan amount, 760 FICO, and 40% debt to income ratio. That way we can pull up examples for every single program across the board. So this might not be your standard program that you might use for conventional, but this allows us to compare all the different rates evenly across the board. So our standard conventional for a primary home coming in as low as 5.75 rate today. Final APR there is a 6.020 if you can't quite see it. And for FHA, our topic for today, we'll get into some specific examples, but we have options down to 5.125 as the lowest rate today, with the final APR coming in at 6.039 for that example. And for our eligible veterans and other veteran surviving spouses in some cases, we have our VA loans, rates as low as 5.25 today, and final APR coming in at 5.5 there. Definitely a great benefit for all of our vets there. And we'll scroll down to our next row. We also offer USDA for properties that are in USDA eligible areas. Definitely take a look if you are looking in those areas at these programs. And they're coming in today quite a bit lower than some of the other options, which is great. Coming in at 5% rate flat, and the final APR coming in there at 5.663 with all of the different fees involved in USDA. And now getting into some of our unique options here at the Mortgage Calculator. We love to offer all kinds of unique scenarios, especially our non-QM options. So we have our non-QM alt-doc primary. That would typically mean a full doc loan using different underwriting guidelines. We can go a little bit higher on the DTI, but many times our borrowers are looking to use alternative documents such as bank statements, 1099s, asset-related programs. We have all kinds of different options in order to qualify for these programs. We can even get very similar rates here to conventional. See here our conventional is coming in at 5.75 and our non-QM is coming in at 5.875 with a final APR of 6.145. And when to an investment property, we have our non-QM options for investment properties here coming in. Sorry, I keep accidentally clicking. Coming in at 6% rate today, final APR 6.321. So an amazing option to use alternative docs for our investment properties. And we scroll down a little more, we see our conventional options, our Fannie and Freddie options here, coming in at the same 6% rate, with the fees slightly less there, coming in a final APR 6.311. So conventional is still just a tad cheaper, There are some additional fees with our non-QMs coming in at 6.321, just a touch more there. And one of our favorite programs, my personal favorite from all my investment properties, is DSCR program, no income or employment needed. We simply use the estimated rental income from the property in order to offer this loan program. This has a standard 3-year prepayment, which is pretty much our standard option here. Coming in today for a 30-year fixed option at 5.875 rate, final APR 6.193. And we can add a 5-year prepayment on there, usually a touch cheaper. You see here it's actually coming in at the same rate, 5.875, but the APR is a touch cheaper there, so the price is a little bit cheaper when we add that 5-year prepay. Final APR comes in there, 6.145. And a few more options we can go over before we get into our specific FHA loan examples today. We also offer DSCR options with no prepayment penalty. You see the rate's just a touch higher there, coming in at 6% today. Final APR comes in at 6.321 for that no prepayment penalty option. And we also have our non-QM fixed rate second mortgages. So these are very popular now, as pretty much all homeowners in the United States have record equity in their homes. And with the first mortgage rate sometimes being higher than what their current first mortgage is, some of our customers still need to tap into their equity, and that's when we can use our second mortgages. Traditionally, a HELOC was the only option, but these are typically preferred with a little bit lower rate options here. So we can do our second mortgage, primary home, even using alternative docs, banks, etc. Coming in today, 7.75 to get some cash out of your home without touching that first mortgage. And that final APR comes in at 8.082 for this example. And we can even do that on our investment properties. So our 30-year fixed second mortgage here, using bank statements, etc. You can have a DSCR option as well, coming in at 8.75 for those investment properties. Final APR comes in at 9.147 there. And we have a few more options that we won't get into today, our 40-year options, our commercial options. But definitely please check out our website for all those different programs. We would love to send you a quote. But let's switch into our specific example for today. So we always want to go into a specific program, and in this case, even a specific property. So I pulled up an example property here. My area, there wasn't a lot of options for a home that would work for an FHA loan demo. So I actually chose this one, which is a duplex, if you can see here. So this is actually a 2-unit home. So this would allow our customer to purchase this property, live in hopefully the larger, the more preferred side of the home, and then get some rental income from the other side. But of course, what they wish to do is up to them. But for this example, it would allow us to use an FHA program and still qualify using these programs, because FHA does have loan limits. So we go into our first example here. Actual live rate quote I just did. To prepare for this demo, we are using our FHA loan program to purchase a 2-unit property using our standard 3.5% down, which is the minimum down payment there for our FHA loan programs. And this would allow us to live in 1 unit and even utilize that rental income from the other unit to qualify. So this is an amazing. And we'll see here, we have options just as we went over down to 5.125 with the lowest rate option. And you can see there at cost 0.226 discount points, and bring that all the way up to 5.75 rate. Allows us for a little bit of lender credit here, a 0.101 lender credit. Options in between. So our customers can obviously pick the that works best for them. You see here we have a demo here, and even pulls in the property taxes and estimate to give our customer a great breakdown of the full loan scenario. Now the other option would be for our borrowers here in this case, which is unique and a very great use of our FHA loan programs. We can even assistance with most of our FHA loan options. So this is actually our same property you just saw, using our DPA program. That means down payment assistance, which allow our borrower to get that 3.5% down payment using this program. This is repayable. That is typically the options with the lowest rate and cost. But of course, there are options for even non-repayable, where if the loan for a certain amount of time, it is forgivable. So this option allows us to purchase that same home, use that rental income, and even add a DPA to get that down payment. So this is absolutely for borrowers that do qualify and want to utilize that FHA loan program specifically for low down payment or no down payment in this case for a 2-unit property, especially for our house hacker investors out there. Definitely a very popular topic these days. So you see here, obviously higher rates. So 7.125 rate comes in. for our first mortgage there, and is at a cost of 0.2. Now we can scroll down here. Just want to obviously you can check out the whole loan scenario. It's everything. But keep in mind that second repayable. So you're going to get that $27,000 from that second mortgage, and the rate on that is 2% higher than the first. So since that first was a 7.125, we would be paying a 9.125 payment on this option. So those are the two to break that down. It's kind of set up as a HELOC here, but it's not actually a HELOC. But you get the point there. Mortgage will have a little bit of a payment. And I didn't quote the forgivable option, but they are out there. Please reach out to our team if you have any questions or want to get your own loan scenario. So let me go ahead and bring back up the main page here. Now, if there's any questions, feel free to drop them in the chat. I'll definitely always try to address those questions. But today, definitely a great day for rates. Recommend everybody get out there, go shopping, update your list there. You can update your approvals. All of our loan officers are available to update your pre-approvals on the latest rates here that you just saw. And of course, we offer all the different loan programs as well. So I don't see any questions at the moment. Again, feel free to reach out to anyone on our team, and we'd be happy to help you out. So thanks everyone for joining us for Daily Rates Live.